Hey, it's James. I'm the unofficial mayor of Cowboy Country. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you could be here with us. I hope people didn't get too offended by me showing a D3 school. One of the things that I noticed about them and a lot of places is the use of banners. So what I'm hoping to encourage the powers to be there at Oklahoma State, if for some crazy reason Chad Weiberg actually watches my channel, we can put some banners up on the outside of Boone Pickens Stadium. These would help to celebrate and to recognize some of the good players at Oklahoma State in our history, people that wouldn't necessarily belong in the Ring of Honor, but still are a part of the heritage of Oklahoma State football. People like Josh Fields, or some might argue that Rashawn Woods deserves to be in the Ring of Honor. I'm one of them that says yes. But I would say Tatum Bell, maybe not so much. But Tatum Bell is a very important player in the history of Oklahoma State football. So I'd like to see some banners, and I really liked some of what University of Mary Hardin Baylor did. And just the color. I would like to see more chairbacks. I don't know how to raise the money for that, but I would have more chairbacks inside of Boone Pickens Stadium. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Guys are all in place. I do plan on eventually getting a P.O. box, but the goal is by the end of the year to have all of the Big 12 schools represented. As much as I like Utah and Utah State and BYU, I'll probably put them over here on this bookshelf. Once this is pretty much filled up. So we'll figure something out. But what I want to talk about today is about respect from the national media. I've just assumed for the last 10 years that we're not going to get a whole lot of it because we're not a blue blood like OU or Nebraska or Texas or Michigan or Ohio State or USC. But in reality, Clemson isn't really a blue blood. Or are they? Have they done enough over the last 20 years to earn that recognition? I'd say yes, actually. Same with Oregon. So maybe one day we'll get to that status. Who knows? What I do know is this. ESPN put out an article basically saying, all right, here are the top 25 teams. What's next for each ranked team? And Bill Connolly had this to say about Oklahoma State. The Big 12 is a gauntlet. Oklahoma State has played in 4 conference games, and all were toss-ups in the fourth quarter. The Pokes moved to 3-1 in conference and 6-1 overall, with Saturday's 41-34 win over Texas. They scored the game's final 17 points to secure the victory. But the race for a spot in the Big 12 championship is only getting started. Next up are trips to Kansas State and Kansas, and Bedlam in Norman is less than a month away. Mike Gundy's Cowboys have proved resilient and ridiculously tough, and they'll have plenty more chances to prove that moving forward. So, and even Paul Feinbaum, Mr. SEC himself, came out with verbal praise for Coach Gundy. Look, ESPN, Fox, that's all we've been asking for. It's just a little bit of respect. I mean, let's face facts. Texas is a pretty good football team. I've seen them in person. They throttled West Virginia. But even I noticed that in the second half, West Virginia scored more points than Texas did. I don't know if it's strength and conditioning. I don't know if it's just a general attitude of we think we're better, so we're ahead, so we can coast now. I'm not sure what the thing is, but they have a consistent pattern of not finishing strong. Oklahoma State held Texas to 3 points in the second half. Oklahoma State has been playing good defense all year long. That game against Central Michigan is not a good judge of character, or because quite frankly, in the second half, it was mostly second and third stringers playing. And that's when Central Michigan scored the majority of their points. Central Michigan was not able to move the ball as well against the starting defense. So, here's the bottom line. Top to bottom, the Big 12 is a good college football conference. I would put them head-to-head against the SEC. But who knows? I would put them head-to-head against the Big 10. With the exception of Ohio State and Michigan, I don't think there's any team in the Big 10 that could beat Oklahoma State right now. So, what I'm trying to say, and I feel like I can speak for the vast majority of Oklahoma State fans and alumni, is just show some respect for Mike Gundy. He has gone to 16 straight bowl games as a head football coach. This is a program that has been a consistent winner over the last 15 years. Have not had a losing season in 16 years. By gaining the victory over Texas, Oklahoma State is now bowl eligible. So, this is a good football team. We've got to go into Manhattan, Kansas to play another good football team in Kansas State. And I would argue that of the remaining 5 games left, this is the toughest one on paper. I say that because as long as Dylan Gabriel is healthy, OU is going to be a tough opponent. He is a good quarterback. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a good athlete. Don't like OU, but I respect Dylan Gabriel. And I also respect Gray. And I told people, if you look at my preview of the Big 12 from earlier this year, I told you that he was a good, solid running back. And he has been their feature back all year long. I do believe he's averaging over 100 yards a game. So that game in Norman is not going to be easy. I feel bad for KU. I know that if their starting quarterback was healthy, that game would be much more difficult. But with their second string quarterback in there, I anticipate OSU winning. Now, Iowa State, that game, fortunately for the Cowboys, is in Stillwater. Well, Iowa State could be 2-8. And if they're playing in Ames, or I could say, let's just say they were 2-9 and they're about to play the last game of the season. If it's in Ames, they're going to put up a fight and they're going to be tough to beat. Heck, they're going to be tough to beat even in Stillwater. But I anticipate that Oklahoma State's going to be the favorite there. And also, I almost forgot about West Virginia. That last game at the end of the year, they got it. West Virginia has an offense that's pretty potent. Their defense is suspect, but their offense is pretty potent. That JT Daniels is a good quarterback. So none of these games, these last 5 games, are going to be easy. But speaking from Oklahoma State fan base, speaking as an Oklahoma State alum, I'm just asking the national media to stop looking at only SEC and Big Ten schools as the teams. These are the great teams, and then there's everybody else. There's good football being played in the Big 12, and it starts with TCU, and it starts with Oklahoma State. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you are new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to everybody who does watch. I know your time is valuable, and I try to put good content on here. So, this video is for Tuesday. I'm not doing a video for Wednesday. Thursday, I will do the picks. My next class for my PhD program starts, and I've got homework to do, and so I need to get on that. So Wednesday or Thursday, I will do the picks for week 9. And until then, I hope you have a great week. Bye. And as always, go Pokes.